What up, everyone? DJ Anubis here with you on the Metal Tavern Radio podcast. And I have a true what the fuck moment. Going to be doing a new Metalhead box unboxing soon. Probably do that tomorrow sometime. But I was on my way home from work tonight, and a friend of mine hit me up in Facebook Messenger and say, "Hey, check this out." And I saw right away Devin Townsend was in the video. But I figured it was just Devin talking about new music and stuff because I know he has new stuff coming out and all that good stuff. Now, I'm going to give you a backstory here to this video, okay? This is what this is about. So, in my mid 20s, I'd already kind of seen Devin a little bit when he was with Steve Vai, but it was like a quick hot second for the Sex and Religion album. But when it came to like actually diving into Devin Townsend, like it was really just reading up in metal magazines, like, they were kind of like saying he's kind of crazy, or, he was in a mental institution because of depression or something. Because, we've all faced like, issues like that here and there. But, he was highly regarded, like just very revered by other metal musicians. So, I went and checked out. I bought this VHS of these videos. There's everything ranging from like Dimmy Borgir to The Gathering, and of course Strapping Young Lad, which is one of Devin's projects. And on that video was Detox, and so I, checked it out, and like I fell in love with that song, which to this day is still my favorite song by him. But that began my journey of checking out all things Devin Townsend, his solo work, and of course his other projects over the years. But Strapping Young Lad was always like the crux of that. So probably around 2003, when I was branching out into metal forums on the web, like the web was really kind of just taking off in the early 2000s. So I came across a forum, and we're meeting different people there through there. And one person I met was Jason Stefan, aka Crash, and he was only but like a teenager at that point. Like I was already well into my 30s by then. Uh, but we got along online, and we chat and everything. Because I expected a high count of young people to be in that forum. So. Uh, but we got to talking, and over the years, he and I have always kept up being friends. And we he came out in 2009 for the first time to come see the Maryland Death Fest with us. He stayed with us, and Neko and I took. We've always had a good friendship with him and a bunch of others from the forum. So we had this bond with him, like he was like a little brother to us. So. Uh, he was at the time really into different stuff, like not quite super heavy at that point, but I introduced him to Devin Townsend, and he at first kind of like wasn't sure about it, but then it started to click for him a little bit over the years. And now he and I are both pretty big Dev heads, and even now, because Jason is a musician himself, so he has a band called Vasectomy, which started out as like this grindcore, porno grind type band, and now he's evolving it into something else. Whether or not that name stays, probably not, because it doesn't really fit the name, the brand of music that he's playing now. But he's still got it under that moniker as we speak. But he started to integrate some of the Dev sound into his own style of music. So that's just how much of an influence Devin Townsend has. Now, in 2013 to 14, he was living out in California with his girlfriend at the time. And, they had a falling out. So he moved out to Maryland with us. He asked if he can stay with us, for a couple months or whatever. And turned in a little bit longer. But, Nick and I wanted to make sure he was on his feet and, was getting his life going on and getting into everything. And so we were looking out for him. We care about him a lot. So And now, like, you know, he's gone into the military, he's college, he's done a lot of different things, he's done stage work. You know, he seems to be doing well. He's married, which is great. We have yet to meet his wife, but you know, one day hopefully we'll be able to do that. And but we're very proud of him all the way around, and he's still in tune with his music. This is where he's like the last year or so he's been focusing on doing something different than he was before with the project. So anyway, I'm coming home and he puts his video up, and I'm thinking it's just Devin's going to talk about his latest, because he just did light work. I just played that song for this week's podcast, and you know, it's like, okay, well, you know, and I started watching it, and like I was incredibly moved and floored because he actually got Devin to talk to me and him, like personally. Like I didn't get to see him at the time, but the message that Devin was saying was about our experience together as he stayed with us and everything. So I'm going to play that video for you now so you can just see I'm not bullshitting. Of course, my middle name is Scott, so most people that know me like deep and personally know I go by Scotty or Scott. So that's why Devin's making these references. But here you go. This was Jason hooked up with Devin, and they did this. So I thought that was the greatest fucking thing ever, man. For me, being the biggest fan of Devin Townsend, like, and you know, other guys I know in the music industry, like Nuno and whatnot, and Richie from Greyhuffer, they're big Devin fans also. So for me to get a message like this is like fucking crazy shit, dude. Like I am blown away. So here it is. This is Mr. Dev.
Scotty! It's Dev. I'm here on behalf of Jason, your good friend. And he wants to thank you for your support. What sort of support, you ask? He wants to thank you for letting him crash in your basement while he was getting his career off the ground. Did I read that right? I didn't read it. I knew it. I can tell. Why they wanted a cameo. Our biggest connection is Devin's music, from SYL to Punky Brewster to DTP and the solo stuff. So, Jason and Scotty. Interesting how this all comes together, isn't it? In the Devin Townsend project, the last, I guess, band, I guess you'd be familiar with that. Beav, the bass player, has been one of my closest friends since I was 12 years old. We used to jam in his garage, and his dad used to yell at us for playing. And I remember when I was trying to get DTP off the ground, when I was trying to transition my life from, you know, we just had a child, and everything was kind of reorganizing itself psychologically for me. Beav let me stay on his couch when I was in town rehearsing. And I think he didn't recognize how big of a thing it was for me. But just having somebody that was willing to have my back when it came to something like that meant more to me than I'm emotionally mature enough to express. So I would imagine, Scotty, that Jason feels the same way towards you. And maybe one day when he creates a multi-billion-dollar enterprise in the metaverse, he would say, Scotty, you can sleep on my couch. You can't have any of the food, but you can sleep on the couch. This is my hope for both of you, that you will be couch swapping forever. That is an awful thing to wish on somebody. Regardless, my friend. Scotty, thank you for your support. Jason, thank you for your support. Scotty, Jason loves your balls. And you guys take care of each other. And thank you so much.
So yeah, that's it. That was just phenomenal. I did not expect that at all. Like I know that Jason's always appreciated what we did for him, but that he went way and above beyond for just hooking up that thing with Devin there. So Jason, man, many thanks. As I said to you all, he's got a YouTube channel for Vasectomy, his band. He's got like 2 or 3 newer tracks that he's been working on where he's changing the style a little bit. So go and check that out if you're into the Devin Townsend kind of thing. And just a loss of words, man. It's fucking amazing. Anywho, I'll have my other metal box unboxing tomorrow for you all. I'm actually wearing the shirt that I got, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. So, yeah, Jason loves my balls, or as I love his balls. I don't know. Anywho, later. Take care and keep them metal.